In this video, I will show you how to create this peekaboo effect where the image is actually coming outside of the circular graphic frame and you have the text running around the frame and going around the image, and all of this is taking place exclusively in InDesign. So let's get started. All right, I've already created this document with all of the text and all of the graphic elements already in place. The only thing that's missing is the actual image that's going to go inside of this frame, and of course the text wrap that we will create. So the first thing I want to do is bring that image inside the frame. So what I want to do is I want to select the frame. I'll go up to File, drop down to Place, and then what I'm going to do is navigate my way to that image, and then I'm going to say OK. Next up, for this exercise, I am going to reduce the size of this image to 75% of its original size. So I'll type in 75, make sure the actual coordinates are the same, height and width. I'll say 75, and we have it right there. Then, using the direct selection tool, I will move this image slightly over to the right so that we have just a little bit of the image that's on the outside that's actually inside the frame. And then we have some of the front of this image, of course, is going to be cropped off because, as you know, in InDesign, you have to trap all of your imagery inside of the boundaries of a frame. But we're going to trick it a little bit, and we're going to see how we can get the front part to sit outside of the frame. So next up, what I want to do is I'm going to tap on the frame, and then I'm going to go up to Edit, drop down to Step and Repeat, and I'm going to need to do one count, 0 vertical, 0 horizontal, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to sit right on top of the one underneath it. Now it looks as though nothing has changed, but all I have to do is move it to the side, and you'll see I have two elements right there. So what I'm going to do right now is, with the one that's on top, make sure you select the topmost image, and then I want to go up to Object, drop down to Convert Shape, and I want to make it a rectangle. And as you can see now, I have that is no longer a circular graphic, but it is a rectangle. Next up, I want to make sure the fill is at none, and I want to make sure the stroke is at none. Now, once I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the frame, pull it out so that it exposes the actual front part of this, and then I'm going to come in a little bit so that this way now, all we have now is we have two elements, one sitting right on top of the other, exactly one right on top of the other, so it's seamless. You don't see what's underneath it, and the illusion is that this is actually the actual image is coming out on the right hand side, is coming out of the circular frame. So now we have this. We have both of these images on our document, and we have the front part of one appearing to be coming out. That's the topmost image. And then we have the one in the back that has the image on the inside. Next up, what we're going to do is, since we have these two elements that need to have a text wrap around them, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the backmost element, that's the actual circular graphic. We're going to tap on it. We're going to go up to Windows, drop down to Text Wrap, and then what we're going to do is we're going to select the Wrap Around Object Shape, tap on that. All right, and then, and since it is only one side, in other words, it doesn't have a top, it doesn't have a bottom, it doesn't have a left or right, you'll notice that we only have one value. So we're going to highlight that. We'll make that one pica. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say we want it to go around the graphic frame. So now we have that one pica actual trap that's going all the way around, or I should say wrap that's going around the circle. But now we have to have a wrap that's going to go around the actual front part of this graphic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to tap on the image, the topmost image, that's the one that's to the right, the one that's peeking out. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up to Windows, drop down to Text Wrap. We're going to select the same value, wrap around object shape, tap on that, but there's a difference. What we're going to do here is we're going to say, instead of same as clipping, we'll say detect edges. All right, and then we'll put in the value, same value, 1. All right, and then you're going to see now, click off so you can see this. Now you have the wrap that's going around, the first wrap that's going around the actual circle, and then the second wrap is going around the actual object, and we said detect edges. So now you can see that you have the image. It looks like it's coming out of this circular frame, but it's actually two images, one stacked on top of the other with a object wrapped around both items. And that's how you can create a custom text wrap and peekaboo image.